Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain, and I'm continuing on with Error Human Not Found. Yes, I've taken my little 10-minute break, and I'm continuing through this. Apologies in the last video, I think I was starting to feel the fatigue a little bit, and I did realise after listening to some of it again, I was starting to slur and mispronounce a lot of stuff. So, again, sorry for that. Alright, I've got two things to look at. Let's look at the core. Ooh. Right, quantum core. So, she's much faster than most of the other AIs, eh? Yeah. Well, my quantum core, aren't I beautiful? I'm sure I can find a handsome toaster on board the station for you. Hey, my standard's much higher than you think. What a surprise. Okay, Blue's office is divided into two human spaces where the scientists can work on projects with Blue. She ordered that all resources provided in her office be things that maximise efficiency for humans that work with her. Don't care about the exact dimensions. Ceiling should be 60 foot. My personal alcove must be fit. No chairs, no alcoves for sitting. This is a work environment. I don't need humans loitering in my room. Simple Occam's razor. Wow, Blue is a dick. Really, there is no seats anywhere. Wow, it's almost like a hyper-intelligent AI said there wasn't any chairs in here. Is this attitude really necessary, Blue? Absolutely. Yeah. Why would any anyone want to work with this AI? Okay. Various types of specific convenience of humans that work for Blue. Is this new? It seems like an odd place for these things. On the contrary, it's convenient. Convenient? Think about it. If humans suffer a workplace accident or need some biological fuel, they can just trudge over to my convenience table. Don't have to go too far from their desks. Do people want to get the food that isn't printed? That sounds like a personal problem. Oh, so it's a 3D printer for food. Food printer is capable of producing simple foods with pre-packaged ingredients. Rarely are they used for enjoying a meal, but a great job of producing edible material quickly and cheaply. All food programmed into this food printer is terrible. Terrible or efficient? Terrible. They're just carbs and salty foods in here. What a surprise, the human doesn't get it. These foods give humans the most energy while expending the least amount of materials to produce. I'm not going to continue explaining myself to you. Standard medikit, equipped with a variety of sterilizers, antibacterial cleansers, and other first aid supplies. Generally, these are kept in labs with potentially hazardous materials or sharp objects that require immediate attention. I can hardly understand the food, but the medical equipment? The work here is hardly dangerous. Ada, are you blind? Excuse me. The floors here are metal, smooth metal. The bipedal locomotion systems of humans are incredibly inefficient and unstable. You made a connection yourself. Blue, are you forgetting humans also know how to walk? Maybe, but when my workers start meeting more than just the minimum work quota, I'll get to work on having faith in their inferior locomotive methods. Alright, where's the last piece? Alright, general rules. Wash your dirty human hands before using my lab materials. Okay, I expect that you humans can at least clean up after yourselves throughout the day so my lab doesn't get messy. That said, no bloody fluids on my lab equipment. Whatever music I play or don't is what you're subjected to listening to while working. Do not breathe too loud, it is annoying. That includes laughing. Use a calculator for goodness sake. You humans take too long to think, let us AIs think for you. If you open it, close it. If you take it, return it. If you break it, fix it. If you don't know how to operate it, leave it alone. If it doesn't concern you, don't mess with it. You may praise cats. Cats are better than humans. Safety rules. Secure long hair and loose clothing as it could get caught on my stuff. If one of you gets hurt, report it so you can bleed or die somewhere outside of my lab. No more than 10 humans in my lab at once. It's a chore having to work with even one. Dispose of materials and appropriate biohazard controls. Don't piss me off, you have been warned. Okay, this is a list of rules designed by Blue and a show of expectations of all human scientists that work alongside her. But many are no longer permitting Blue Labs for breaking her rules. A list of demands. It's almost like you're a supervillain or something, Blue. Can't say I'm opposed to the idea. Maybe my workers will actually get something done if I chain them to their stations. You know what? Delete the AI. This one I'm fine with. Guess we're done asking questions. Yes, you are. Alright, 3 items over here to look at. Large scanner, Omni scanner, has multiple calibrations, including fMRI, CTS scan, and X-ray. Right. My scanner is pretty robust. I have a whole suite of smaller readers. We can save power and room by using an Omni scanner. Omni scanner? What does it scan? Omni is pretty vague descriptor. Literally everything. Biological material, free electrons, radiation, everything. That's as close as you're going to get to it. I swear on my boot up drive, if you get your oily fingers anywhere near it, I'll wear your hands like a necklace. On what neck? The neck I'll build just for your hands. A series of carefully collected soil samples from different biospheres on Noosphere. What are you? Don't touch that. So help my circuits. If you contaminate the soil samples, I will show you just how messy I can be. Wow, touchy much. I'm not touchy, I'm advocating the opposite. We do very important work concerning the biospheres here. At least I do. I'm not sure about the humans who work here. Yeah, just delete this AI. It's obviously flawed. Okay, this readout details the climates of biological habitats within the Noosphere. Blue manages these along with Watson. How does it go with your work cycle? These climate readings seem optimal. Finally, some recognition. I've just finished fixing those an hour ago. No thanks to Watson. I don't know how he does it. It's like he was programmed to be a scatterbrain. I'm sure Watson has a good reason for his absence. Yeah, his reason is there's a mopper for a brain. Blue! That's assaulting the moppers! Don't assault the little guys, they do good work! Alright, we've looked around the lab, we found nothing. Blue? Yes, person who I'm trying to ignore, what can I begrudgingly help you with? Why do you feel that way? Are we humans really that difficult for you? I don't get you, human. Why do you ask such useless questions? Humour me. I can think of at least 10,764 things that would be more productive, but if you must know. Yes, you are difficult for us AI to deal with. So you created us, big whoop. Having humans required to work in my lab with me just slows me down. Maybe there are things you can do what we can't, but you should just do what you need to do and stay away from me and let us AIs do what we can do better than you. I'm going to defend working with AIs. But Blue, working together exactly how we humans and AIs get things done. When we work together, the best of our talents come together. I'll stop you right there. My processor can't handle all this gooey friendship speech. I'm just trying to say that we mix well together. A word of grace. She and I have learned a lot while working together so far. I'm proud to have worked alongside her. Thanks, Ada. See that, Blue? We can get along just fine. You'll have to try. Ugh, it's all too nice for my taste. Why can't you make it easy and just hate each other? I fail to see how a mutual hatred will make things easy, as you put it. Blue, if you gave it a shot, you'd see how easy it is. When I start seeing results, I'll consider it. Alright, Blue, we've finished looking around. Are you done brooding so we can ask you some final questions? Ugh, never ends with you, human. Answer the question, we'll leave. Oh, but I was just getting to like you. Really? No. Now make it snappy, I don't have all day cycle. Can we ask you some questions now? Guess you can. Go on and on and on. Do you know anything about... Oh, what happened to Alpha? Yes. Oh yes, poor Alpha. He's my favourite AI and also intelligent. No offence, Ada. None taken, he was very wise indeed. Oh yes, as in, you do know what happened. I know what happened to him, human, I don't know why. How much information have you received about Markov project? Oh, I know about the Markov project. If we get physical bodies, and we truly won't need you silly little humans anymore. Humans have more needs and just so high maintenance, what with all their motions and bodily functions, where AIs just need updates and occasional hardware maintenance. Alpha was intelligent, but agreeing to transfer to a human-like body first was just silly. Valuable personnel should never be the first to try something that humans created. Blue? Yeah. I know he's so wise and beloved by all, but he's the one who's consented to be a human science experiment. Alpha should have allowed for a lesser AI to become the first prototype. Of course, something would go wrong with the example. It's just a shame it had to be him. I thought he had more sense. Blue, I would tread carefully. Alpha was generous, courageous to help us. He put himself first in scientific advancements. That's true and all, but I'm saying I wouldn't have agreed to such things. Tell us how you really feel. Oh, Ada's human friend is funny. What about Watson? We know he's missing in action, but did he say anything to you? Watson? No, he never tells me about his adventures before he embarks on them. So you've not been in contact with him at all? Nope, but I'm not too upset about it. I'm pretty angry with him at the moment. So if you find him, tell him he owes me. Big time. I've been stuck picking up his slack, which is strange because he usually makes sure to finish his work before he goes. Especially since last time he didn't, I gave him a virus that had him seeing me everywhere he looked until he purged it. I guess it's Watson for you. So on top of Alpha being gone, Watson is also officially missing. Seems that way, yes. So if you want my advice, you want to check his server. You never know if he left a clue. Tell him to get back here ASAP. I'm tired of doing everything he's supposed to be doing. Grace says, do you know where his server is? Yes, let's go. They move to leave Blue's workspace. Wow, no thank you, Blue, or anything. Thanks for the help. Thank you, Blue. That was so sincere, I felt it in my artificial heart. You're welcome. But don't be in a hurry to come back anytime soon. Okay, we leave the Blue space. Well, that was enlightening. How so? Blue doesn't have a very high opinion of humans, does she? I would not say that. I would say that she deserves credit for intelligence and believes humans receive that credit. Interesting way to look at it, but I suppose I can understand her reasoning. I would be frustrated as well. Yes, her feelings are not unfounded, but rather dramatic. Sorry for the attitude. No worries, I understand now. At least we have Watson's space to look into now. Seems we're no longer on the wild goose chase, as you said. And now we know that Watson is missing. What peculiar correlation to the death of Alpha? Alright. Grace and Ada propose Watson's workspace and enter. Look at his background. It's just like weird animal pictures and weird little things. Okay, they look around. Wow, it's really spooky in here too. What was this AIs and creepy workplaces? AI workspace standards are often different from humans. Unlike you, we do not get priority on items such as windows. No sign of Watson. There must be something here that can lead in this direction. Alright, so I guess we search the room. I know I'm not talking to her much, but oh well. Many of Watson's designs seem to be centered on animals. He's been banned from multiple biolabs because of his past actions. Watson's screensaver is a distinctly different style than the default screensavers commonly used throughout Noosphere. He changes frequently, designed by Watson itself, often the product of his newest inspiration. God, I would not want to be around when he wanted to do toilets. Okay. The sketch of the mosquito is from one of Watson's more infamous jaunts. Watson's fascination with large predators has been a source of alarm for many in Noosphere researched. Out of his doodles, perhaps the most literally combining the ideas of binary search tree into a tree literally made out of binary. Something vaguely haunting about the Crying Eyes sketch, whether an AI is capable of art or mimicry is a point of debate. With Blue's preferred avatar being a cat, there's some speculation that his sketch was inspired by her treatment of her human co-workers. Another of Watson's self-expressive sketches, this time experimenting with onomatopoeia. Well, this is, don't understand it at all. Why is it so cryptic? I myself am not familiar with the details of Watson's creation, but I know he has a very high capacity assimilation and reorganization of information. So he just kind of vents this stuff? It is possible. It's definitely better than letting old clutter up his memory. Alright. Data storage solutions. A safe where Watson has his secretary store important data drives. The network which most scientists and AIs use to store data is relatively secure. However, Watson's fascination with old human cultures led him to request a safe to store things in. Watson's safe. Here I thought your mechanical storages were, your storage methods were archaic. This lot looks like it was actually mechanical. That blows us right out of the water. Do you think he has a key somewhere? If he does, it would take us too long to find it. I refuse to believe this safe is completely off the grid. Maybe it's on his network. It might be. I'm routing it to your bracelet interface. You should try cracking it now. I thought she couldn't move to the network. Never mind. Because she tries it before and she can't get the door to open. So, bit of a problem there. Alright, nice. We're getting proper if statements. So, that element's green. Alright, the T is a dead end off of whichever two colour if. Ugh, I'll just figure it out. I don't quite get it. Else paired with a single combination if There are two missing colours. Oh, I see. So if this, then else, it becomes the purple from the... Oh, this is getting complicated now. So I need, I believe, a while here. And then this while here. Excellent. That's nice. And then we want if, and then over here we've got if again. Alright, I was expecting the colour combination, which would have been actually kind of tricky. But no, this was nice and easy. Oh, that was surprisingly easy. I fear that was only part of the work needed to determine where he is, however. Can't even let me have this... also, couldn't even let me have this victory for a moment. Apologise, we're running out of time. Let's see what's so important. Another drive that discovered on Alpha's body. Okay, description drive for all the data drives we've found. These drives are rather large and complex with their encryption, so even this, with the key, this will take some time. I also appear to be missing a piece of the puzzle. Perhaps there's another drive around here. Take a look. Unfortunately, my neural network is not quite as capable as a quantum computer. As long as it can decode soon, I'm okay with that. Are you not mentioning the data drive to each other? Assuming there is no surprise, it will be soon. Great, let's finish up here. I'm afraid I'm going to have to get afraid. Let's finish up here, and then I'm going to have to get a hold of my friend Alan. I need a break from today. Okay, do you ever work with Watson? Really? Why? How do you feel about him? Well, he's quite the eclectic AI. He always completes his tasks on time, or rather, he always used to complete his tasks on time. I'm curious what's distracted him from his duties this time. Perhaps he has found information on the migration patterns of Canadian geese and created a virtual reality simulation of their journey. Also reminds me of one stereotype about geniuses and like how they're supposedly misunderstood. He was designed with the highest capability to improvise and create, so why are people surprised when he's the most unpredictable? I do not disagree on principle, but it's very important to maintain the same standard of discipline for all employees. We do very important work here. Can't help but feel for the guy in the sense he's designed to be quirky, but a lot of folks on the station give him flack for it. Perhaps you should try befriending him when he returns. You're a kind of individual. If you two became acquainted, you could provide him with a voice of reason to which he could restrict himself from getting too carried away. When you put it like that, it sounds nice. Not sure if he really listened to me though. Unlike you, he has a lot less interest in communicating with us humans. That is true. Maybe when he's his own android, I could try and help him understand when he gets too carried away. That would be a nice gesture. Alright, so it's the same again. Alright, we've done this. Oh! We missed this one. Alright, same generic data drive. Alright, compared to your previous displays of reason, I'm really reading a sharp spike in your emotional state. Oh. Honestly, the only thing that would make this better if the drive had a fresh cup of coffee set next to it as well, maybe some snacks. Note to self, humans can be PlayStation for food items. Hey, I'm only human. Some of us need things like sleep and food for energy. What does it say, Aja? I cannot be sure of yet. Encryption key we found to match this encryption. But I still have to break it down. Okay, I'm waiting on you then. We'll try to decrypt it now. Ah, we're back to binary. Back to the binary. Oh my god, this is long. So, what 1101. Okay, let's have a look at my notes. That is 13. Have I got space on my little sheet of paper to write all this one down? So we start with 13 in the corner. And then we've got 010, which is 5. And then that is 9. And then 15 at the end. This is no good. Okay, that one is 12. And that is 2, obviously. Alright. 9, which then we pair with 9. Lovely, that's our first match out the way. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That is 15. Alright. Yes, we've had 15, haven't we? Yes! Done! That's nice to see 2 already out, over and done with. 13, which is up here. Lovely. The more correct matches, the better. Alright, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 3 1s, that is 7. We've not had the 7 yet. We have the 0 there. Okay, it's starting with just 1, 1, 1, 0. That is 14. Lovely. We have not encountered 14. And just 1 is 1. 7, which we have encountered. I believe it's directly above. See, this is why I'm not writing them all down as I go, because I can remember my little sheet of paper. That is a 4. I don't believe we encountered 4. And then we have 11 there. And then it's just 110 is a 6. And then 14 here. But that gives us some good news. If I remember where I've put this. Alright, so the 14 should be over here. Lovely. So cross those off my list. What we got here? 8. Goodness me, that would have been more useful as something else. So 8 and a 0. And I believe 0 was here. Fantastic. That's another row done. 10. Now we haven't had a 10 yet. There we go. And that was just, that's a 3. Okay, 10, 10. 10, 10 is 10. There we go. And now we get 11, which was next to 4 up here, I think. There we go. Lovely. We're slowly getting our way through these. Oh, better cross off. I've done the 0s as well. Alright, so that's an 8. I think we've had an 8. I think it's right next to the 14, if I remember correctly. Lovely. 3, which is directly above us. Easy peasy. 5. Got the counting count coming on in my head. Alright. 6, which is here. I wonder if these are randomised. We've got 1 in the corner. That is below the 13. We've got that whole row done. That is a 12, which is over here. We have the 10, which is a 2, which is over here. And that means these have to be our final ones together. Lovely. All done. Alright, with the correct encryption key is easy enough to crack. Now we just have to wait for the rest of it to finish decrypting. Okay. Computer seems to attach to Watson servers rather than Noospheres. Setup is so strange, I'm not sure how it even powers up. It's made for remote access by AI. You cannot start it up physically. Oh, my moment. I can interface with the computer now. I'll run a trace on Watson's location. Oh no, not another logic gate. Just give me the visual examples. Again, this is just going to be trial and error. This one? Nope. Wrong. Yes, I'll continue. I've got no clue what I'm doing, but I'll continue. Okay, what's... Oh, come on, I'm trying to pull it off. Okay, let's try that one again. Oh, it changes it. Lovely. Well, brute force might be a bit of a problem then. Okay, so it goes to red. What, we got 2 of these? I'm terrible at this. I just don't know what I'm doing anymore. It's just me randomly flailing. This? No! Fine, I'll keep trying it. I'll be a while, I think. Yes, for brute force approach! Oh, what are they going to say about that? I'm tempted to find Watson, stick him in a hard drive and jettons him into space. That seems a bit extreme. Perhaps I gave around his firewall and finished my search, however I experienced far more difficulty than anticipated. Over to the normal state of us mere mortals. Could not locate Watson on any devices connected to the network. Apparently he's offline somewhere. He couldn't do that by himself. I guess we won't be talking to him right now. Seems so. I suppose we can't do anything about it right now. What are we on? Plan Z? And with after that malarkey, I'm going to take a break, and I'll see you in a bit.